Sister Sharon, what are your thoughts on Brother Polight? You really want to know my thoughts on Brother Polight? I'll give you my history with Brother Polight, okay? Because I don't want to speak negatively about the brother. You know, he doesn't mention me. I don't mention him. He's not one of my favorite people. He and I, along with 𝚂𝚗𝙕𝙺𝚂𝚗𝙱𝚂𝙸𝙱𝴡, were the three speakers at an event that Brother 𝚂𝚗𝙸𝙺𝚂𝚗𝙱𝚂𝙀 hosted back in 2011, 2012. I had just taken over the conscious movement as its king about a year prior. And I showed up to the National Black Theater that night for an event that was called Gathering of the Young Masters. I believe Brother 𝚂𝚗𝙕𝙺𝚂𝚗𝙀 presented first, Polight presented second, I presented third. When it was time for me to present, the Brother Polight didn't want to get off the stage. It took King Simon, 𝚂𝚗𝙕𝙺𝚂𝚗𝙀, and other people to remind him that his time was done and he needed to get out the way. He also made some subliminal comments that were somewhat disrespectful as well. I ignored him, being the #1 orator alive. Obviously, I took over the show, blew it down. The rest was history. That was the first incident. The second incident was when the COINTELHO scandal took place in 2015 with Mrs. Kim Ringworm. For whatever reason, he decided to do a 1 to 2 hour seminar on the COINTELHO scandal and went so far as to accuse me of being a fraud and a scammer and saying the school would never work, and if I had any sense, I would give him the money to invest in the school. And I didn't understand why somebody whose name I don't mention would stick their name in my business when it has nothing to do with him. And that was pretty much the end of that. I did get an Instagram message from Brother Polight a couple years ago, respectfully. He said that he was interested in some form of collaboration. He slid into my DMs on Instagram. I didn't respond, and no disrespect to him at all. And I appreciate him stepping up. If that was a genuine attempt to try to reconcile our past differences, I can appreciate that from any black man. And if that was a genuine attempt to reconcile, I appreciate it. But I am one person who is firmly of the mindset that we can reconcile. But my history has shown me that it's best not to go back to work with folks that you previously had issues with, because black people have a very difficult time burying the hatchet. Now, with regard to the accusations that have been made against him regarding pedophilia, child sexual abuse, I cannot speak to that. I have seen arguments that say the brother is innocent. I have seen arguments that say the brother is guilty. I understand his court case is still proceeding, and it is not my place to meddle in that, just like I did not meddle in his teacher, or who he claims to be his teacher, the great Dr. Malachi York. I've had people who have asked me to come to Dr. York's defense. I've had people who have asked me to not come to Dr. York's defense. So I approach Brother Polight's accusations and criminal charges the same way I approach Dr. Malachi York's accusations and criminal charges, and that is hands off until the dust settles and I can evaluate the whole truth to give my opinion. I do not believe in minding people's business. Okay, even though he minded my business before, I'm not going to mind his business. It's not my place. I hope the charges are not true. I hope he is exonerated. If the charges do prove to be true, then I'll have another conversation at that time. But right now, the brother is owed the time and the respect to defend his not guilty position. And I will respectfully allow him to do that.